Hey, this is episode 12 of Wasteland 3. It's gonna be the last episode, pretty sure.
What was this place? A building? How did it get sunk in the earth?
Spread up. SFX volume. Press that meaning on this loud. We are we.
Whoa. Nice work wrecking the guards. Who are you guys?
This woman doesn't look like the other slaves in the mine. She has tattoos, scars, and showed the implants of the scar collector. We're the Desert Rangers.
Ah, the new cops on the block. Well, I usually don't like cops, but I ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Thanks for the rescue.
What is this place?
Steel Trap's tech mine. Supposed to be a crashed satellite or something? Anyway, it's filled with old tech stuff. Some of it's worth cash, most of it's trash, but when you got slaves digging it out for you, it ain't hard making a profit, right?
Who are you?
Used to call myself D-sharp singer. Now, I guess I'm D-sharp minor. That's a joke. Get it?
How do you wind up here?
Fucking fuck, Steel Trap. There I was, minding my own business, running the company store, singing the hits and slinging the schlitz. He decides he doesn't like one of my songs and kidnaps me. Puts me to work digging for tech in this death trap hellhole.
What was your song about?
Steel Trap. I rhymed slimy skunk with rusty junk and whiny bleeder with world's worst leader. You know, subtle, lots of hidden meaning.
Yeah, very, very subtle. Punk rock. Steel Trap is a bad leader?
She's all talk. We're the toughest gang in the wastes. Yeah, well, no thanks to him. All he does is kill SCs who aren't loyal to him. And now, he's kissing this Buchanan bitch's ass, hoping she'll feed him scraps when she takes down her daddy. Loser.
Damn shame the way Steel Trap fucked you over. We're looking to fuck him over. You want in?
Damn right I do. That motherfucker has it coming. But I got another score to settle first, if you don't mind.
As long as you help with Steel Trap.
Count on it. But first, I gotta pay a visit to the company store. Time to take back what's mine. Meet me over there.
city? Were they farmers?
Whee! We're talking about out of range. See the guy.
Okay, Lashenko. Today only we speak American, yes? We practice for a glorious invasion. Da, Shansky. I mean, yes. When great day comes, no one will be knowing. We are not good old American boys. Oh, I start, okay? Hello to you, friend. I would like hot dog, if you please. Of course.
Hot dog.
One hot dog will be coming up. Would like eating fried potatoes as well? Thank you. What kind of American am being if I'm not liking fried potatoes? It is bad. Yes? Yes, it is bad. It is... Lyshenko, are you hearing beeping? Like altitude meter? Oh, please, Shutsky. This is not being typical American conversation. Ask me about my picking up truck. No, Lyshenko, I think there is a problem. We...
The console screen flickers weakly. All its readouts and commands are in Cyrillic letters. Use a rootkit to examine the terminal's source code. With a few keystrokes, you gain access to the source code and discover a masked program labeled aldrishames.exe. It appears to be the front end for use by Soviet agents working in the United States. As the software boots, the screen changes from grim yellow text to red, white and blue, complete with animated American flag. The command prompt appears again in English. The screen offers access to the automated security systems and the logs of Podpolkovich Gagarin, station commander. Type in 1 and recalibrate the station's security drone targeting the protect the current users.
Привет, председателя.
I smell. Okay, drink.
There you are. Listen, I thought I was up for helping you fight Cutter, but turns out slaving nonstop in Steel Trap's mind's kind of taking it out of me. I'm as weak as a prairie dog. If you want my help, maybe you could take her out first.
Consider it done. Any ideas for turning the Scar Collects against Steel Trap?
Now that you mention it, yeah, I do have an idea. The guards used to taunt me, telling me how much the boys missed me and how they'd all gone hunting for me when I disappeared. They'd say, if only they knew Steel Trap hid you right under their noses, they'd carve him up in a hot second. Well, I've been thinking about making a play for Steel Trap's spot even before, but when I heard the guards talking, I thought, if I ever get out of there, I might just have the support to give it a try. Maybe it's time to find out.
Yes, it is. We're ready.
Sure, after you take care of Cutter Throat, right? Are you ready for that?
Let's do it.
Thanks. You rock. I'll step in when the shooting stops. Now,
How brave.
go fuck her up.
Fuck off! Can't you see we're closed? Oh boy, did you pick the wrong door to walk through. This is a private club, lamos. Scar collectors only. Everybody else gets the axe. Hey boys! 86 this trash!
I am protected. Just a cotton pecking minute. What are you aiming at them for? Stop it! Hey, didn't I tell you? You put the crosshairs on another stand by her and I'll leave you flat. Hear me?
Really fucker, they're fucking score collectors.
Well,
I told you I'd leave if you killed any bysiders.
yeah.
Well, you did. Then I'm leaving. You murderers.
Motherfucker.
sights on their flanks! Here they come. Suffer the same fate.
Never thought I'd say this, but damn, I miss this rocket fuel hooch.
Let's shut her up. Final. Now for a bigger regime change. It's time to get on the horn and rally the troops. Steel traps going down. Scar collectors.
D. Sharp is back from the dead and better than ever. Now you have been hearing old Tin Teeth told you I ran away. Bullshit. He got him dry gulched me. And you know where I've been all this time? Slaving in his hellhole tech mine.
Anyhow, I heard y'all missed me, so I'm gonna throw y'all a party in the camp, but I need you to help me make the place festive first. That's right, Scar collectors. When I get there, I want to see that coward Steel Trap's head on a plate! Ow!
Holy shit! It's D.
I knew that asshole was lying about her leaving.
Steel Trap is gonna pay for this shit.
We want D! We want D!
You bitch! Who the hell let you out? I'm gonna bury you this time. Rancid, give me my big gun! No, the big one!
You ain't got a gun big enough to fix this, you rust-faced motherfucker. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna sing you your last song.
loadout. That canary won't sing another fucking note. Not a chance, Steel Trap, you piece of shit. You don't deserve to call yourself a scar collector.
Spread.
Strangers, over here!
Hangry the Clown.
Maybe you Mamons can help us out. You see, the Godfishers were traveling this way with some fresh kite-making materials, but they ran into some giant bisons and they kinda got them trapped. We don't give a wet fart about the Godfishers. Oh, but they're poor slaves. Their plight has touched our hearts, and we want to, liberate them. If you take care of the bison, we'll grab the meat stickers, victims, and our boss, Risky Brisket, will give you something cool for your trouble, huh? She's down at Meat Clown, near the Godfisher Shrine.
You're on your own.
Yeah, those bison may have other ideas.
Meat's back on the menu,
Go get them bison, cabrons!
We'll eat like heat. Risky can settle those shitty cloud burgers for somebody else. What's your favorite cut?
Leg, no ribs, no cabeza, no...
Thank you for saving us. Are those horrible payasos gone?
Not yet, why?
They're the cause of this. They waylaid us on the road and we had to make a run for it. Ended up in the middle of a bison herd. They kept shouting, "Give us that meat! Give us that meat!" I think they want to eat us.
Don't worry, we'll take care of him.
Thank you.
Nice work, cabrons. We'll take those slaves down to Meat Clown and fatten them up. Give them a good meal.
Sorry, we're setting them
Hey.
free.
We tell the jokes around here, pendejos. And if you ain't joking, then you're dead. The payasos don't stand for no funny business, comprende?
Screw it, no one's gonna miss a few clowns.
Now you'll see, Mamos. You'll see what you get when you mess with the payasos.
I'm so scared.
New targets incoming. take him back to those slavers.
Thanks again for saving us, strangers. We'll make a run for it soon.
You'll do that. Go to Godfisher's wind farm.
Oh, hi! Bienvenidos to Meat Clown Barbecue. I'm Risky Brisket. What'll you have?
Aren't you a peso?
Hey, clowns gotta eat too, right? Now, what do you want? We got the clown burger and... Yeah, well, actually, that's it. We're out of everything else.
Is a clown burger made for clowns or of clowns?
Don't try to be funny. That's my job. Now, what's it going to be?
You already had one of your burgers. We were here yesterday, remember?
You jokers think I'm a fool, not a clown. Yeah, well, I don't remember shit. If you were here yesterday, prove it. How'd you feel after you ate the clown burger?
Sick.
Oh, you're just guessing. I mean, yeah, everybody feels sick after a clown burger. But that's not the first thing they feel. And you'd know that if you'd eaten one. Sorry, fucksticks. There's no getting out of this. You're either getting a clown burger or a clown beatdown. Pick one.
I'd rather die than eat that burger.
Your wish is my command. Time to make the hamburgers, payasos!
Toaster oven. I see. Burger.
Alright. I'm gonna teach all you payasos how to make a clown burger so I don't have to do everything around here every fucking day, okay? No, what makes a clown burger is how you season the meat. Any meat will do. Bison, beef, or alternatives, as long as you follow this recipe. First, grind the meat. Then, add a pint of steak squeezins, a tube of toothpaste, a hat. Some of those
Non-believers cannot enter the shrine of the wind catchers. Leave or die. Kill the heathens. Prepare the kites. Like a cloud that covers the sky. I shall quarter you! believers cannot leave or die.
I believe that's a second, no, third degree burn. Ah!
The heathens are exposed! I am the lightning! Your kite awaits!
Be right back.
solution. I am the lightning! Ouch. Down. Out.
Каждый рубеж решающий.
Whee! Angry Aaron. An armless, legless corpse is tied to the kite. From here you can just recognize the remnants of clown makeup and pom-poms running down its tattered shirt. This must be Cucaracha, Le Cherito's missing lieutenant. The winds are so strong here on the plains that it will take the combined effort of the entire crew to pull Cucaracha's kite out of the sky. Pull down Cucaracha's corpse. Working together, you heave against the wind and the kite comes to rest on the ground. You untie Cucaracha's limbless corpse and take it with you to show to the other payasos. Tyrer.
Got the survey report back. It's actually worse than I expected. Subsidence rates are close to 1.5% over a 6-month period. I warned the planning committee that the reservoir was going to be a problem. The soil up here is too sandy and erodes too easily. We should have set the pilings for the windmills about 30 feet deeper, but no one wanted to spend that kind of money. So now we have to keep a crew on payroll to keep shoring up the site. If we don't, then in a few years, they're all going to be lying around like pickup sticks.
Hey, Risky! Tengo hambre! Where you at?
Risky is indisposed, but we have some info you'll want to hear.
Fuck is this? If you done anything to my line cook, those payasos will fuck you up!
You should be more worried about the godfishers. We found Cucaracha's corpse in their kite field.
Motherfucking puto motherfuckers! That's it! A man can only stand so much! Arriba, payasos! Ayúdame! Break out the phone sticks! The godfisher gun down starts now!
You fucking savage!
Fire cannot burn the sky!
I'll be damned, Rangers! Godfishers gutted the payasos creamed the godfishers, and the scar collectors seem to have killed themselves. Ha! You did it.
man's cataract white eyes stay low as his head swivels at your approach.
Care to look at some of my blade work?
Let's see what you have for sale.
All right. Just keep an eye out while you're looking.
Somebody?
Boy, sure has been a lot of shouting and shooting around here lately. Hi, they call me Stitches. I'm what passes for a doctor around here. You need some stitching?
Why do you heal the people who enslave you?
Duh, because they'll kill me if I don't. You got a head wound or something?
What do you charge?
If you're in one of the gangs, it's free. That's what being a slave is all
right.
about. Okay, I mean, where would I go?
All that shooting in the camp? The godfishers and the payasos just started blasting each other to bits.
The Rangers.
Through grime and tangled hair, you recognize Hallie McKay, the escaped slave you handed over to La Perla outside Ranger HQ. She has a lot of new scars and burns, and she's not so beautiful anymore.
Oh, I know you're not supposed to be here. I will scream for the guards, and they'll end you right in front of me. And I'll help them. Oh, it's almost like justice.
Whoa, 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 hang on, we can help you.
Oh, yeah? Like you helped me back in Colorado Springs. Why would I ever listen to you?
Listen, we're here to take out Liberty Buchanan. Once she's gone, you'll be free to go.
So I guess I got nothing to lose besides a little revenge. Fine. I'm out of here as soon as that horrible woman is gone. Right. Whatever.
Arrest those dudes.
Ouch. Could use some help.
Still got half a bottle.
Die, fuckers!
I'm helping.
I'm helping. I want to take Doris' blood and live.
So
Keep cool. Keep cool.
Не отдадим. Бей насмерть.
Survival of the fittest.
how nice when you just take themselves out. Flames or cannon. Browser does not seem to be powered on at the moment.
Are those Dorsey's? Through the door, you hear the harsh commands of Liberty Buchanan directing her Dorsey guards. The disdain in her tone is palpable. Open the door. Warning, once you confront Liberty, you won't be able to complete missions except in Yuma and DLC areas. Make sure you're ready before continuing.
The Arizona Rangers. I was wondering what made my shaky little coalition of pawns self-destruct. I guess I should have killed you the first time I met you. Live and learn. And now you're here to demand I go back to my father, who, don't tell me, promised to help you in return. And the sad thing is, he'll actually do it. All because in a world of warlords, he wants his idiot idea of civilization to spread. He wants borders, trade, alliances. The old fool thinks helping you will make you a friend to rely on, when really, it will only make you strong enough to attack him later. Can't he see the simple truth? That only by ruling everything and everyone can one truly have peace. Only in empire is there stability.
You've certainly got ambition.
A world in chaos is ripe for the taking, and you, intentionally or not, have made the taking of it just a little bit easier.
Bullshit, we've done nothing for you.
Haven't you? You've got both my brothers locked up in your headquarters. All the eggs I want to crack are in one basket. So, thanks.
We don't want any thanks from you.
Whatever ultimatum you're here to give me, I'll save you the trouble and give you one of my own. Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone, far from home. What do you say?
You're the one who'll die alone. With your army gone, the other gangs will turn on you like wolves. Your only hope is your father's mercy.
Wouldn't dare. I'd... I suppose it's true. The warlords don't like a loser, and they will see this as a defeat. Fine. I can play the penitent daughter until the old man dies. My time will come. You're a prisoner.
This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead, Team November.
We got Liberty Buchanan, alive and ready for lockup.
That's amazing, November 1. How did, well, you know what? Never mind. I'd rather hear this one in person. Transport is inbound to pick up one Liberty Buchanan. Well done, Team November. Over and out.
Thank you for the rescue, friends. Forgive me for not looking my best. These savages haven't allowed me a bath or a change of clothes since they kidnapped me. I'm Percival Wasteland of the 100 Families. Before we go any further, I know the Dorseys killed most of my family, but do you have any word of my daughter, Lucia?
Last we heard, she was back at your estate in Colorado Springs.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think the Dorseys had got her, but after that, who knew? I'll join her as soon as I can.
We met Nelius Dorsey. He told us you killed his family because they wanted to hold elections in Colorado. Is this true?
I didn't set out to kill his family. Things happened. You see, years ago, the Patriarch asked me to get some men together and disrupt a meeting of the Dorseys, who were, as you say, agitating for elections in Colorado. Now, Saul didn't feel it was time for that yet. So we showed up in hoods, brandishing clubs, ready to teach them all a lesson. But once they began to fight back, I started shooting instead of swinging. And a Dorsey died. And after that, well, we couldn't leave any witnesses alive, so it was a terrible thing. The most shameful act of my life. And it has come back to haunt me in the worst way possible. I'm ready to die, strangers. Or serve my time, or anything you decide. Whatever it is, I'll deserve it.
You paid your penance. Come back to Colorado Springs and join us.
Thank you, Rangers. My place is with my daughter.
Hyper Heather.
Solution built and ready for execution.
As you approach, you recognize the hooded figure as Satoshi, the hacker who gave you the mysterious case in downtown Colorado Springs.
Yield return sensor config.
He holds out his hands, waiting for you to pass him the case. Give Satoshi the case. Here you go.
Compiler report. 0 errors. 0 warnings. Running constructors.
Satoshi sets the case on the ground and presses a button on a small control pad inside his robe. The case opens and unfolds. Then interior panels fold in on themselves. The process repeats until Satoshi waves to you to take the newly formed object.
Haptic sensor data stream has produced a viable enhancement model.
Haptic
Device
sensor
reported hours of agent activity and constructed final device to maximize efficiency.
A flash of pride curls the edge of Satoshi's mouth as he turns to walk away. Big ass armor. Yeah, well, that's a bug and a half.
Yippee-ki-yay, cowboys. Dead Red checking in. Come back secure, you copy?
How the hell do you know when to call us?
Is Liberty Buchanan handled?
Time 4, she's been arrested and is en route to Ranger HQ.
Can't say I'm happy to hear it. Might just bite you in the ass later. Might bite all of us in the ass. I hope you're at least ready to help with the second part of the plan. A little bird told me you've been making friends in high places. Got the sheriff and the families backing you now. So we might be able to get Buchanan to step down without spilling any blood. You on board with that plan?
We're with you, heading to Colorado Springs now.
Fantastic. Let's rendezvous at Ranger HQ to coordinate. Dead Red out.
Copy that. Tow's on the way.
Ranger HQ.
November, you're here. Great. Ready to go have our little talk with the Patriarch anytime you are. But, you might want to see what your pals are thinking first. Wouldn't be a good idea to bring anybody along who wasn't on board with it all.
We know this is a big step, Con, but are you ready to ask the Patriarch to step down?
When I first saw you rolling up here in that old junker, I never thought it would come to this. And I never thought I'd be on board with it, but... seems like you've got everybody who's anybody to go along with you. So I think it just might work out. And old Saul's been tired lately. Maybe he's ready for it too. Even if he can't admit it. I'm in.
You know this is the right thing to do, Lucia. The Patriarch does more harm to Colorado than he does good.
Not even a month ago, I would have called this treason, Rangers. But you have showed me sides of the Patriarch I didn't think existed, and... well, if Uncle Gideon is with you on this, then I am too. As I know he has always cared only for the well-being of our state. I will follow you in this task.
You're with us on this, Scotchman?
Sure I am. Whatever it is.
This is the path of peace, Giuseppe. Are you with us?
That depends on if it is also the path to helping our comrades back in Arizona. Swear to me that you'll finish the mission once we've taken down the Patriarch. And I am with you.
Of course, we're doing this to save people, both here and there.
Okay, this is... well, it's not what I was expecting, but you work with what life hands you. I'm ready.
Yodi, this is the cleanest way to save Colorado and complete our mission. What do you say?
I know the Patriarch's not the guy we hoped he was, but he's the one we made the deal with, and I don't want to wreck the deal. So I'm still not convinced taking any action against him, even a peaceful one, is in Arizona's best interests.
Removing the Patriot is the only way to serve the interest of both Arizona and Colorado. We promise.
All right, Rangers. I hope you're right. I'll be holding you to it.
We're gonna retire the Patriarch. Fish lips you in.
I'd rather see him roasting on a spit, but sure, whatever.
Okay, we talked to everyone we want to talk to. Fill us in on the situation.
My people are telling me things are quiet. We'll catch old Saul with his pants down. Despite that, he might still try to take a swing at you when you tell him to step down. So if you want to take a moment to resupply, now's the time. When you're done with that, we'll mosey on down to the Patriarch's palace and say hello.
Do you really expect me to believe you're just going to talk it out?
Sergei, we've talked about this. It's time. The Patriarch has lost sight of the future. And if he listens to us, he'll survive along with everyone else.
And if he won't listen, well, we'll follow your lead, November.
Are you not on board with this, Sergeant Gretzky?
I am, November. I've known Saul since before he founded Colorado. I've never acted against his orders once. So this whole thing makes me uncomfortable. I can tell you've got Colorado's best interest in mind. And the Saul I knew would respect that. I just hope he doesn't go down fighting.
Do the 100 families know what's going on, Mr. Reyes?
All the important people know and have your support. After the Patriarch has been dealt with, I'll inform the rest. There'll be less resistance if you've already taken power. The families I'm concerned about will fall in line if I can lead with the news that the takeover is a fait accompli. This has been a difficult choice for many of us, November. But your honor and restraint have made it easier. Thank you. Colorado will be forever grateful.
Are the marshals ready, Daisy?
I wouldn't be here if they weren't. I've got my most trusted people in position. The rank and file will move into the city when we reach the palace. I'm not expecting trouble, but if something does happen, the marshals will step in and take care of it. The smoother this goes, the better.
Now let's get moving.
I'm gonna leave my crew here, just in case anyone gets cold feet and tries to warn him. But I'm coming with you. I started this, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't see it to the end.
Wait, what? As he ruled it for 50 years, maybe it's time to give it a rest.
Sheriff Daisy sent us the word. You won't get trouble from us.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Here you are. All present and correct. And with Liberty locked up, just like I asked. Well, that's all 3 kids of mine rounded up. And a promise kept is as good as gold. So I will keep mine. The aid and supplies you requested will be on their way to Arizona tomorrow. Thank you, Team November.
Our pleasure, but we didn't do it for you. We did it for Colorado. You're done.
What? What are you saying to me?
We're saying it's time for you to sing Happy Trails, buckaroo.
Who are you? I don't know you.
Nobody important, Hefe. Just a red-headed stranger, here to watch the end of the movie.
You're all crazy. Don't you see you're surrounded by my marshals? Gentlemen, show these idiots what happens to jumped-up mercs who get big ideas.
The marshals raise their weapon, then turn them on the Patriarch. He stares.
What the hell is this? Stand down!
Sir Saul, you'll be joining your children in our lockup. Then you'll be tried for your crimes against the people of Colorado.
Ha! A show trial. First step on the road to tyranny. All right then, I'm ready. Always did love a circus.
Well, that's that. So what's the plan now, cowboys? You gonna stay here and help keep this place peaceful?
We want to stay here, but send the resources the Patriarch promised General Woodson back to Arizona.
That's the honorable thing to do, and it just might get me back in Woodson's good graces. And thanks for staying. We're gonna have a wild ride ahead of us trying to tame this place. At least it'll be interesting, yeah?
They don't know in Arizona what we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved them or betrayed them, if we did the job we went for or we failed. Hard times in Arizona with the rangers and the settlers giving ground. Through the raiders and militia, and it seemed we'd lose the good life that we found. Then Buchanan made his offer, find my kids and I will help you save your land. So we rode for Colorado, praying that he'd be an honest man. In Denver we found Valor, a son who didn't live up to his name. He turned against his father, siding with the old man's rivals seeking fame. Though these rivals tried to stop us, we captured Valor like we said we would. Brought him home to Daddy, who made it pretty clear just where he stood. Then we made our way to Aspen to find Buchanan's misbegotten son. The sicko named Victory pulled the legs off humans just for fun. Wasn't easy fighting, they urged to make him pay for what he'd done. But we brought him back alive, locked him up to the relief of everyone. On the track halfway to Kansas, we found Buchanan's daughter making plans conquer Colorado with the help of desperados, gangs, and clans. Though she swore she'd not surrender, we promised not to end her, come what may. So we shot the folks around her, then bound her and we took her from the fray. In the end, it became clear that Buchanan was no better than his kid. If we let him stay in power, Colorado would be heading for the skid. So with the blessing of his subjects, we tried him for his crimes and took his throne. And thus we rescued Colorado and still saved our dear old Arizona home. They don't know in Arizona what we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved him or betrayed him, if we did the job we went for or we failed. But when the winter turns to spring, the news newcomers bring, they'll know that the Rangers kept their promise and the aid from Colorado's gonna flow.
Under your supervision, the citizens of Colorado Springs organized a trial for the Patriarch, following the traditions of old America. You chose the jury at random from among the population. On the day of the trial, the whole city came to the palace to watch. You selected a member of your team to preside as judge, sitting atop the Patriarch's throne. To everyone's surprise, the jury convicted the Patriarch of crimes against his people, but they sentenced him to prison, not death, granting mercy in light of his genuine devotion to the city. To most, it felt like good old American justice, a clear contrast to the brutal retribution of the Wasteland. You took custody of the Patriarch and confined him in Peterson Air Base, the very stronghold he gave to you not so long ago. That's where he remained for the rest of his life. Colorado Springs united under the banner of the Rangers. You achieved what should have been impossible in the Wasteland, an orderly transition of power. The first supply convoy set out for Arizona, and General Woodson got the aid he needed, along with the biggest surprise of his life, when he learned that the Rangers now controlled Colorado. Thanks to you, the Rangers are stronger than ever before, with 2 bases of power, keeping in peace in both Arizona and Colorado. The Gippers maintained an uneasy truce with the Rangers, worshipping their hostage god from afar. Though the rank and file were incensed by the injustice, to maintain order, the Nancists vowed that one day the Gippers would reclaim Reagan as their own. Your actions convinced the machine commune that humanity could never be trusted. They walled themselves off from the outside world and the increasing paranoid Gippers. Rumor has it both sides are stockpiling weapons. Led by the Gift, the breeders withdrew into the Rocky Mountains. They kept their distance from the people of Colorado, moving higher and higher into the mountains as generations passed. In time, the breeders became a legend to the people of Colorado. Some said they were evolved into a new form of humanity. Others didn't believe that they ever existed at all. Under the Rangers, Aspen became a fortress at the edge of Colorado territory, guarding the mountain passes against incursion from the west. Soldiers posted in the old resort town claimed to hear the laughter of Vic Buchanan at night and the screams of his victims echoing across the mountains. After the humiliating defeat at the hands of the Rangers, the gangs of the Savage Council fled back to the plains. Within a year, most of the survivors were dead or enslaved by rivals. But the Savage Plains got their name with good reason. Everyone knew that other gangs would rise, and eventually they'd cast their eyes on Colorado again. Liberty Buchanan remained in solitary confinement, closely guarded by the Rangers. Lesser people might have lost their mind, but Liberty was serene, calmly greeting her guards at the start of every shift. Some guards have gotten a little too friendly with her, and you've been careful to reassign them. You'll have to watch Liberty careful for as long as she lives. The city of Steeltown thrived and grew. After you fixed Markham's computation engine, her systems began to work as intended, and production boomed. Workers got the jobs that suited them best, and production processes continually improved. Abigail Markham's genius was proven at last. Throughout Colorado, people looked to Steeltown for a new vision of the Wasteland's future. every person in their place and every machine a slave. In Cheyenne Mountain, the bodies of the Protheus and their followers have been cleared, and Theo Curry and his assistant have the place to themselves, maintaining the holy detonation and keeping its power flowing. At the same time, Theo carries in on his investigation and experiments with the mutating powers of the holy detonation, always with willing volunteers, of course. He couldn't be happier with the situation. Elijah Ward, however, never misses an opportunity to speak ill of the Rangers and their works. Flab and his monster army maintain control of the Bazaar, an unexpected island of stability in a region remade by you and your team. Flab took great satisfaction in the knowledge that he had outlasted the Patriarch. Once again, he had weathered a terrible storm, when even the most powerful man in Colorado had not. Relieved that it was all over at last, Jody returned to Arizona with the supply caravan, glad to see the last of Colorado's snow and ice. And thanks to her help and the delivery of the promised aid and supplies, Jody's folks made it through the tough years that followed and prospered. Impressed by the way Team November had taken the reins of power without a war in Colorado Springs, Quan joined them full-time and became their chief liaison with Colorado Springs. With things with the Patriarch finally settled, Lucia decided to remain a ranger, continuing to patrol and keeping the peace, and to serve as their liaison to the 100 families. After years of loyal service, the Rangers retired Morningstar and allowed him to drive his Kodiak Shell on his long dreamed of journey to rediscover America. No one knows where he went or how far he got, but there probably aren't any communists there anymore. Returning back to Arizona, Piseppi helped the Rangers distribute the supplies from Colorado and continued to rise in the ranks of the organization in the years that followed. Kicked out of the Rangers after the resolution of the Patriarch's mission, Fishlips went back into the wastes and resumed leadership of the Hardheads. What happened to him after that is unknown. After things resolved, the Rangers noticed Cosmo was no longer with them. They searched every bar in Colorado Springs but never found him. Some say he's been seen drinking in saloons in Kansas and points east, but these rumors are unconfirmed. With that, the story of Team November comes to an end. For good or ill, you change Colorado forever, and its people will live with the consequences. But the story of the Rangers goes on. Okay, so that's it for Wasteland 3. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next Let's Play.